What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the hub of fantasy football. I'm your host, Uriah. Nothing to share with you guys at this moment. Got my co-host, Foley. You got anything to share?
Hello, I missed you, and yes, I do have something to share. I just wanted to let everyone know about the new and improved Emporium that's going to be coming this year. And the way it works is you submit your trade offer months in advance. You go ahead and give me your side of the trade, and then if I think it might rain, I'm not going to give you the other side of the trade, but I keep my side. Does that sound fair?
Great. I love it.
Cool. This podcast is brought to you by Hub South, by the way, or Hubfest rather. Hubfest.
Be willing to give us your money and hope.
Yes.
And pray.
Absolutely.
Also, I will also say that this year I've decided to go with the official Hub of Fantasy Football drinking game.
Ooh.
This drinking game will comprise of Foley saying something about any positional coach.
Interesting.
So if Foley says, such and such says this is a good play, drink.
You're going to drink at some point in this podcast, I think, because I have one that I want to bring up.
That's why I said it's a drinking game. It's got to be good.
Uh-huh.
So this year we're gonna start out a little early, and we're gonna kind of try and keep this going all the way up to fantasy football, and then we'll go into our weekly podcast. Let's see. We don't have Evan today.
No.
Shucks. He had family stuff.
He's down at Hubfest protesting, I think.
With his sign?
By the way, also, I don't want to go unacknowledged. Congratulations to Joe. We have not potted since he won the championship.
We're trying.
Yeah. And congratulations to you, sir. Some people doubted you on draft day. I wasn't one of them. I thought you had a great draft. I always said you had a good team and were a contender, and I don't know who the people were that thought you had a bad team.
I didn't think he had a great team. I mean, I got a whole book on this when we can get together and ask him about things.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, such a just roll of the dice, this whole thing. I mean, you got to hit everywhere. And he hit.
Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison Jr. was a big one.
So let's get into, before we get started into our main draft, let's go over some free agent signings, the notables.
Yes.
Let's start with the AFC East. Buffalo. Josh Palmer.
Yeah, they got Josh Palmer, and Amari Cooper is still sitting there unsigned.
I mean, you got him. Well, Diggs is gone. I did have him up here. I'd rather have Elijah Moore than Josh Palmer.
At this point, you might not be wrong.
I don't think it's notable. I think that's the only person I saw that was worth anything.
Well, they lost Mac Hollins, and so Josh Palmer can kind of come into that role. And Hollins was productive in that role.
Keenan Allen
is missing. He's nowhere. He hasn't been signed.
I know, that's why I'd rather have him than Josh.
Well, I don't think that's another like over the middle slot type receiver. They've got a million of those.
Yeah, Shakir. Miami. Zach Wilson.
Hey, you know what? Listen, I've never been a Zach Wilson guy. I want to be clear.
He's better than what they had.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've never been a Zach Wilson guy. I thought it was crazy where he got drafted, but I do feel like that's a good fit for him, that offense. And, I mean, with Tua the way he is, like, Zach Wilson will get some playing time probably.
They answered a need.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
think it's a good move.
I don't know if it's like, bam, we got Zach Wilson.
No, it's not flashy, but it's a good move.
It's better than, who do they have? I can't even remember.
Tim Boyle and whoever, like Snoop Huntley, and they went through a few backups.
I mean, just put some MILFs in the stand and Zach will be ready. Madison, I don't really see him being much of a difference from, I know. Westbrook Ikine, or however you say it. What do you think about that one?
I missed that he got signed.
He got signed by Miami.
I mean, we know Mike McDaniel loves speed.
I know. That's what I mean. That's why I thought it was notable.
I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate that.
The Patriots. What are the Patriots doing, man?
Hey, I think the Patriots have been pretty
You think
sharp.
Hollis was a good one?
Well, Mac Hollins, that was such a cheap deal.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's another wide receiver 3 on the team, but Diggs is an interesting move. Like, that's the big one.
Yeah, I mean, the wide receiver situation on the Pats is just so, like, we thought we had Polk. We thought we had this. The only one that has shown any signs is
Pop Douglas, slot receiver.
No, I wasn't even going to say him. I was going to say LSU.
Kayshon Boutte.
Boutte. And that was just like flash.
Yeah, just little bits of flashes. There's no consistent number one.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Diggs has a history of character problems, but I feel like this is a low-risk move for the Pats. They had so much money. In the grand scheme of things, it sounds like a big deal, but it's really not a big deal, the contract. And we saw, I mean, if you look at the history, Kirk Cousins, he didn't break Kirk Cousins with his character issues.
No.
He came into Buffalo and elevated Josh Allen, and he didn't break Josh Allen with his character issues. And then he went to Houston for a year, where he was good.
There's some other stuff going on in Houston that's issues.
Oh yeah, Laramie Tunsil.
Who would have thought that?
It was but as much as we can talk about his character issues, I don't think he's hurting the quarterbacks he's around with these. And now he comes into New England, who desperately needed wide receiver help, and he's coming off an ACL, and he's a little bit over the hill, but he's still good. He was good last year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a fine move. I think they need more wide receiver help, but he's instantly the best wide receiver on that team. I'll also throw out, they signed the great Morgan Moses to right tackle, which
will help.
Yeah, still need a left tackle.
They also got Hooper.
Austin Hooper he's been a productive little tight end.
But I mean, they have so. I don't know about. I mean,
they need more work, and then they've done a lot of good on the defensive side. They signed Milton Williams.
They did. I'm not taking into part all the defensive signings. Now this one, I'm very interested. The Jets and Justin Fields.
Yes.
Is this good for Justin Fields?
Yes.
Is it going to help him?
Yeah.
Or do you think this would be, 3-3 and 3 different teams?
Yeah, no.
Is that going to play a part?
I get it. I get the how moving coordinators and all, but this is Fields' last shot. And here's the good news for Justin Fields is he has gotten better every year. Is it as fast? Is it as big a leap as you'd want it to be? No. But his rookie year was a disaster.
Yep.
His second year, he comes in and shows flashes. His third year was not bad. And then his fourth year, he was actually, which was in Pittsburgh, he was actually pretty good. It's just that he wasn't, Russell Wilson was better, but he was pretty good.
Yeah.
And so if he can keep developing like this, and now you've got Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and this gritty coach.
That's a question mark with Breece Hall.
I know you're kind of a Hall hater, but the Jets could use another weapon, I think. But it's not a bad situation to be in.
They have a
overall.
good defense.
They do have a pretty good defense.
And if he can, once again, I hate saying this, but if he can just manage.
Yeah, I mean that's what he did last year
team.
in Pittsburgh. Is just kind of manage and pick up first downs with his legs when it's third down. If you can just add a little bit onto that.
Well, I mean,
it could be interesting.
It'll be 13, 14 games.
Yeah. Now, that's not to say the Jets don't also draft a quarterback because it's a bridge deal that Fields is on. Give him some competition. But I think it's not a bad fit.
Okay. Moving on to the North, the Ravens, DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Rush.
Man, did you see the old tweet from DeAndre Hopkins?
Yes.
Where he said, "Imagine me
and Lamar
and Derrick Henry together, and it's a shame that he's now a corpse when he goes, because in their prime that would have been something fun to see."
The walking zombie just is in the end of the end zone.
I mean, look though, Baltimore has this pretty long history now, going back at least to Steve Smith,
of garbage wide receivers
but over the hill receivers.
Yeah. Too late. What it would be? Too late. Too little. Too late. That's what I'm thinking.
But they still end up having decent years. Steve Smith had a couple good years in Baltimore, and so have some others since then.
Well, and totally off the subject. Have you seen what's his face? Running back, Ravens running back.
Derrick Henry.
Have you seen him working out right now?
Not right now. I've seen plenty in the past.
Dude, it's ridiculous. He's like at a 45-degree hill.
Dude's a monster.
Okay, and you know, like back in the day, you saw Jerry Rice running up the hill, and all the people learned that's how you need to do it. This dude has like the cones on the hill, and he's going side to side up. I'm like, dang, that's a man.
Yeah. I would be very afraid of him.
Very. Moving on to the Bengals. I mean, man, they were loaded, and they just kind of ticked it up for another 3 years.
Yeah, the T. Higgins deal, I don't know what to make of it.
He's got to be healthy.
He's got to be healthy. It's not a bad deal. I don't love it though, especially since they wasted so much money on the tags
Offense?
for the last couple of years. Well, that too, but just on the tags for the franchise tags over the last couple of years, just to ultimately give him this huge boatload of money. Why didn't you just do this a couple of years ago?
I think the Bengals are going to be the Madden team this year. No defense.
Yeah.
Just see if you can hang on with us.
Yeah. 50
point games.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. The Browns. I
mean,
don't say. I can't say anything about Pickett. I mean,
that's what I was about to say. Kenny Pickett.
It's just sad, and all I can say is they continue the norm of the Browns.
Has there ever been in the history of any professional sports, not just the NFL, any professional sports, a worse deal than the Deshaun Watson trade?
That's it. That's the top one. But saying that, I mean, and I would love to hear James going about it for an hour, but what is it, like 32 quarterbacks in the last 20 years or something?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I mean, I hadn't looked it up, so I don't know. But I mean, it's ridiculous.
Can you imagine Baker Mayfield on that team? How good he would be.
Man,
Browns should have drafted him.
Baker Mayfield last year with I mean, Lord, that'd been great. It's sad. Steelers. Mason's back. Kenneth Gainwell and DK.
Yeah,
I know how you feel about DK. So
here's the thing: people keep saying DK and Pickens are the same kind of receiver, and I get why they say that,
but they're not.
They're really not, though.
No,
they're really not. They're very different. I think it's an interesting pairing. I've always criticized DK for his catching abilities, but opposite.
He's just physical.
He is physical, but he's not a great contested catch guy. People see how big he is and think he's this contested catch monster. He's really not. But Pickens is top 2 in that category, him and Drake London. So I don't know. It's not a bad pairing, the two of them, but who's throwing them the ball?
And I don't think it's the greatest. I mean, I think it's a splash more than any. It's a lot of fluff.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I would take Chase and Higgins. I would take Jefferson Addison. I would take Evans Godwin. I would take any of those pairs and probably several others over this pairing. But it's not bad. You got to have a quarterback to throw it to them.
Absolutely. You got to have something. And Mason Rudolph is not, or has not, ever been the answer.
He will never be.
AFC South, Texans. We got Berrios and Christian Kirk.
Yeah, Braxton Berrios. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that team's a mess.
It really is. Like, Christian Kirk is kind of redundant to Tank Dell. I don't know how Dell is recovering, but they have the same kind of role. Maybe
that's what they're seeing. Maybe they see on the back end that he's not doing so well.
Yeah, and that could be. In which case, I don't mind that move. But, like, Tunsil is the big thing. Moving on from Laramie Tunsil. And I understand, like, apparently there were some huge character issues.
Yes.
But
you knew that getting him, though.
Yeah, and the offensive line is a disaster, and the one good thing you could say about the offensive line was at least we got Laramie Tunsil at left tackle.
And now, what are you going to talk about?
The Patriots don't have the worst line in the NFL anymore. I think that goes to Houston.
I mean, Houston has a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, and a defensive secondary, and that's it.
Yeah. They got a pretty Will Anderson on the front. That's pretty darn good edge rusher.
He's good, but I mean, other than that, they don't have anything on the line, and they have what's his name? I guess Will Anderson would be a linebacker,
edge defender.
Yeah. Either way, I don't like their defense.
Yeah, I don't mind their defense, but I'm just scared of that line, and it's going to make me hesitant to do anything with Joe Mixon this year, I'll tell you that.
So, the Colts, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Dimes.
So, closed vacuum, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Are you going... Now, saying this, Daniel Jones is probably close to speed-wise Anthony Richardson. So, now we have to go straight arm. Whose arm are you trusting more, Danny Dimes or Anthony Richardson?
I guess it depends on what we're facing. Like, Jones has better accuracy, but Richardson can sling that thing. Just he might not hit the broadside of a barn when he does it.
Sad.
Yeah, it's another one of those. Like, I don't hate it as a hedge for Indy.
No.
It's not a bad. Like, he's kind of stylistically a fit. They don't have to change their offense if Richardson gets hurt again or they decide to bench him. So it makes sense. It's not one anyone's going to be excited about for fans.
No.
But I will say, like, in our league where we have two quarterbacks, late round flyer on Daniel Jones makes a lot of sense.
I would agree with that. Totally. The Jags, Mr. Dyami Brown.
Yeah, I mean they moved on from Christian Kirk and added Dyami Brown. A little bit of a downgrade.
Should have just skipped that one. Then the Titans, Van Jefferson.
Yeah, the Titans. I kept waiting for them to make a big splash.
Man,
and they just really did not.
They're pulling the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into the draft stuff for them, but I really thought they'd make a strong push for Sam Darnold. I thought Darnold would have been a better fit stylistically for them than who they're probably going to end up drafting. I don't know. I think
I would have looked at Jameis or Russell, even, just to bridge you another year.
Sure.
But nothing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty gross.
AFC West, Broncos didn't have really anybody.
Evan Ingram. They desperately needed a tight end that wasn't just Adam Troutman or whoever that Sean Payton likes.
Yeah.
So Evan Ingram is I think a pretty good fit for them.
I don't care either way, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time.
Yeah,
you like him, that's fine.
They still need wide receiver help and running back help.
The Chiefs. Okay, let's see.
A lot of running it back.
Kareem, Elijah Mitchell, Juju, M. Brown,
Marquise Brown, Hollywood. Yeah,
it's
a lot of running it back.
Doesn't move me a whole lot.
They lost DeAndre Hopkins and otherwise kind of ran it back. I mean, Elijah Mitchell. Hey, maybe he'll finally be healthy. We'll see. But no, it's
a lot of nothing really.
And their line got worse. I mean, that's the real story. Is moving on from Joe Thuney is gonna just like the way they got decimated in the Super Bowl, and then they got rid of their best offensive lineman immediately on the back.
I know, and then they tried to bring in somebody and compare him to Mooney.
Yeah, it's
who they bring. I can't even remember.
I don't remember either, but
they were
Joe Thuney.
Yeah, they were going on about it.
I think you got to be a little worried about the Chiefs just because of the protection issues.
Now we'll go the Raiders. Geno, decent, but you got to have people. I know you got Bowers.
I think they're about to load up the draft.
I hope so.
On some, because I mean you've got a great wide receiver too in Jacoby Myers, but you don't have a running back. And you got a pretty good offensive line, by the way, but no running back, no clear wide receiver one. You've got a great tight end, a solid wide receiver two, but you need a wide receiver one and a running back. I think they get their running back this draft. I think wide receiver one's a little like they need some more help there. That probably doesn't get done this year. But I like Geno. I think this is
decent.
I think this is a win for them.
They also got Raheem Mostert, which I think he's
washed.
Yeah. Chargers. Najee
is a big and an interesting one.
Mike Williams and Rager.
Yeah, return of Mike Williams.
Yeah, I could care less about the other two.
Jalen Rager. Man, how does that guy still get a job every year?
Dude, there's some people
it's incredible.
He's one of them. But I think the Najee is a good move, question mark.
I agree. I think he's like an upgrade of Gus Edwards. He's not as explosive as JK, who's still unsigned, by the way. JK might go back to the Chargers or he might go somewhere else. But I think it's he just hits the holes. He's productive in the sense that he's just going to get what's there and not much more. I think he would be a good complement to JK if they bring JK back.
Okay. Do you want to go? We're like 20 minutes in. Do you want to go through the NFC, or you want to just go into draft and we'll go to the NFC later?
That's fine.
Okay. So now I know that was kind of off the top, but we're going to move into the draft.
Yeah.
Now I already talked to Foley about this, but I mean, right now it's kind of hard to decide who is the best draft rookies to go after. And of course, with us talking about being a keeper league somewhat, some of these people may play into factors. So that's the reason we decided to go into this.
Yep.
So you want to start with quarterbacks?
Yeah. I just pulled consensus. These are not my rankings. I'll kind of add my thoughts, but I'm just going to give you 1 through 5, and then we can kind of talk through them if you want.
Okay.
But the 1 through 5 on the consensus board right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go through one at a time.
Okay, one at a time. One at a time. Number 1, Cam Ward.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Cam Ward?
First of all, the QB class as a whole, not that great.
Yeah.
You might have 1 or 2 starters.
Yeah.
To me. Cam Ward, to me, is questionable. He played at 3 colleges. The first 2, you did not know who he was until Miami got him.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was in Miami, he had a stacked wide receiver, a stacked tight end, and a really good running back. And I think he became a top quarterback based on just this year.
No, it's for sure just this year that catapulted. I mean, before this year, I think everyone viewed him as like a 3rd-round pick, and now he is probably about to go number 1 overall.
To me, he's my 3rd best quarterback.
Yeah, that's probably where I would have him too, but my rankings are all over the place. Just to go back to what you said about this class as a whole, I think you have a lot of really exciting backups.
Yes.
And that's about all I can say.
I think this whole draft, offensive-wise, I think the defensive side is probably one of the best. Offensive-wise, I think it lacks a lot of really, say you're the 5th pick and you're like, oh, if we get such and such, we're set.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there is that this year. I think there's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Where you're going, man, if he pans out, he's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk. I'm sure we'll talk about some of those developmental guys in this. For me, Cam Ward, I don't know. Some people are comping him to Big Ben. I might go all the way back to David Carr, but he's got that sidearm release that David Carr had. I hate his release.
I don't like it either. Yes,
the way he throws the ball, I don't think it can be fixed. I think it is slow. I hate it, and that alone has just turned me completely off of him.
And his arm strength is just above decent.
Yeah,
it's not great.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This whole draft is fine.
Yeah, for sure. If he were drafted last year,
he'd be after Bo.
Yeah, that's where I
Absolutely.
think, best case, he's the 5th quarterback off the board. And maybe as low as 7th.
Yeah.
So that should tell you something about this class. For me, yeah, my big knock on him is just that release is awful, and it's distracting to me when I watch him. I can't focus on anything else.
All right, so who you got number 2?
Number 2 is Shedeur Sanders.
Okay.
Someone is creeping in on him for 3, but he is still number 2. It's easy to hate on him. I think here's how I think about him when I compare him to Cam Ward. 5 years from now, I think it's a lot more likely that Shedeur Sanders is a starter than Cam Ward. But I also think 5 years from now, it's a lot more likely that Cam Ward is a top 10 quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. Both are unlikely, to be clear, but
okay.
I think Cam Ward has a much higher ceiling. Shedeur Sanders has a much higher floor.
Got you. To me, Shedeur is the number 1. But this is all based on who drafts him.
Yeah.
He is very accurate. He's a system quarterback. 100%, and all his success is just going to be on who drafts him.
Yeah.
If he goes into a good system, he has a good chance. When he was in Jackson State, he had a good system.
Mm-hmm.
The first year at Colorado, he did not have a good system. They changed offensive coordinators, and here he is, a top 5 pick maybe. And I think all that is because his dad knew where to put him in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think his coordinator was good this year. Like, that system was not good.
Better than last year.
Yeah, that's fair. And he had phenomenal wide receivers, but his offensive line was atrocious.
And no running game.
And it's I'm afraid of what bad habits he might have built behind that offensive line. He
is the epitome of Elvis Gerback in the West Coast system.
What a call. You know who my comp for him is?
Or okay, maybe not Elvis Gerback. Who was after Steve Young? Went to the Super Bowl.
Jeff Garcia.
Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, I can see that. That's not a bad one.
Yeah.
My comp is a little more recent. A slightly slower Teddy Bridgewater.
Give you that. Yep.
Yeah. Like, he's not as mobile as Teddy Two Gloves was, but I think there's a lot of that to his game. Like, he's a pretty good game manager, I think. I don't know. You could say Alex Smith, but that feels too mean.
I got you. What about number 3?
Number 3 is the guy that I am enamored with, and I don't want to like him. I don't want to like him, but I do. It's Jackson Dart.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you, for me, and you're going to laugh at who my comp is because I'm saying I like this guy. Kenny Pickett.
Did we just talk bad about Kenny Pickett?
We did. But stylistically, there's some similarities. I'll start with my 2 big concerns with Jackson Dart. Number 1, it's the system. It's not a system that projects well to the NFL level. There's some other colleges like that, but Ole Miss is one of them. It's like the switch releases and the hitch and goes and the smoke routes are just not things that we see at the NFL level. So he's got these wide open reads. He doesn't actually have to read the defense much. I think he'll be good at reading an NFL defense, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing is he never played out of center. He was always from the gun. And we saw at the Senior Bowl, he struggled a little bit taking the snaps from under center. So he's one that I like a lot. His production is really exciting, but I think he needs to sit for a year and learn the NFL.
Okay. I got Jackson Dart number 2.
Okay.
I think Jackson Dart makes people better. He made scrub wide receivers from Louisiana Monroe, Raging Cajuns into all SEC wide receivers.
Yeah.
He beat out a lot of good college quarterbacks. And Kiffin developed him.
Yeah.
Now, saying that, I don't know if he's... Once again, it's going to be who he goes to. Does he sit a year? Does he learn? Is he thrown to the wolves? I do think he will be a good backup quarterback in the future.
I'll just go ahead and tell you who I would love to see him paired with is the Saints. Because Derek Carr is still there for one more year.
Yeah.
He can sit behind Carr as a bridge, learn the NFL there, and then come in for year 2 of the Kellen Moore takeover.
But you gotta have targets there. You gotta have people.
Yeah, well, maybe a year from now they give him some weapons.
Yeah.
I want him to go to a situation where he can sit and learn because I like him. I think he's really exciting. He is. Again, I don't feel strongly about my rankings, and I'm reading off the consensus rankings, not my own. I do have Jackson Dart number 1, though.
Gotcha.
Which is very unconventional. Number 4, though, on the consensus rankings, and this is
where we're going to go.
Yeah.
Way different. Go ahead.
Jalen Milroe is number 4 on consensus.
Ooh, not even on my list.
Yeah. I would probably have him like 5.
He is a slower, bigger Anthony Richardson.
I had the same comp. Anthony Richardson was who I said, but here's where I'll push on you a little bit though. You know what the big difference between him and Anthony Richardson really is?
What's that?
what round they're going. Anthony
Oh,
Richardson
yeah.
went number 4 overall. He's going to be Jalen Milroe is going to be a 4th round pick. I'll take the upside at that point.
I'll give you that.
Like I don't expect him to work out, but for a 4th
There's a
round
chance.
pick, hey, I don't mind it.
Well, I have a lot more I think would be better. First of all, I'll go Kyle McCord. He led
Yep.
the NCAA in yards. He was great with OSU. He went to Syracuse and was great there.
You know, here's the thing. Kyle McCord, he's interesting, and I like it when he kind of airs it out. He's got, like, if this were the 1990s, I feel like he'd be awesome.
Maybe that's why I like him. I don't know.
But my favorite college game I've seen in a long time was not this past year, but the year before, Ohio State versus Notre Dame. In a primetime game, it was a thriller. And Kyle McCord was just... I was watching the two quarterbacks. It was him and Sam Hartman were the two quarterbacks. And I was like, this is awful. Like, this game is so exciting. But both of these quarterbacks are just awful. But he does have this, like, high upside just slinging that thing. He can be a gunslinger.
He can.
And I get why people would be really interested in him from that perspective.
Okay, so we'll go one more, and then we'll go your favorite quarterback.
So number 5 on the consensus list would not be in my top 5. Will Howard.
Same.
Yeah.
He's big. He's strong. He's fast. He is.
So you do like him?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't see it.
He's a poor man's Josh Allen.
I don't see it. I think
Played with a squad at OSU and is good on paper. That's my bread and butter when it comes to these people. If you were good in college, you're probably going to be pretty decent at the NFL. Once again, draft capital on this guy.
Sure, I mean the draft thing is, and yeah, I'm fine with taking him late. Like all these guys as day 3 picks, I'm absolutely fine. I think he'll be a great career backup.
Okay.
Josh McCown, I would compare him to.
Okay.
I will say,
Ouch.
yeah, the one quarterback who I would like to give some love to is Dylan Gabriel.
Blech.
You can make that face all you want. 2 things. Number 1, at the Senior Bowl, he actually beat Joe Milton's record for the hardest pass ever thrown, like by MPH, which is just exciting to me. But he also broke last year. He beat Bo Nix's record for most starts by a college quarterback. And one thing I've come around to is that is an important stat when you're projecting rookies. Just having. You know, Bill Parcells used to say he wouldn't even look at a quarterback who hadn't started 30 games in college.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel started like 67.
A little ridiculous, but yeah.
But like, there's a lot to be said for just having that level of experience. We just saw it with Bo Nix. He came in and with all the experience because he started like 63 games. It was a natural transition for him. So that makes me excited about him. I think he's got it all. I mean, he's a lefty. That's the one knock on him is that he's a lefty. But he's a little small. I get it, but I really like what I see from him.
So my diamond in the rough will be Mr. Seth Hennigan.
Ooh, deep cut.
He is the most athletic quarterback there in these quarterbacks. The man ran a 4.6. And all he did at Memphis was win with nobody.
Hold up, though. He ran a 4.6. Jalen Milroe ran like a 4.39.
I'm not worried about Milroe. I just told you he's a garbage Anthony Richardson. Seth Hennigan is better than Jaden Milroe.
Man, that's a deep cut.
Thank you.
261 on the PFF board overall.
Ooh, you went there with me.
Yeah. We do agree on this, though, I assume. Quinn Ewers sucks.
Yeah, I don't want no part of him.
Cool.
Let's go to running backs.
Yes, sir. Number 1 consensus, no shock at all, I don't think. I know you feel a little bit differently, but it is Ashton Genty. I'm going to go ahead and give you a comp of Alvin Kamara. He's really freaking good. My only concerns, two concerns, I guess. You can argue competition level, and
I will in just a second.
It's not going to be as easy to break tackles when you're up against better defenders. And the other thing that I'm worried about, I haven't really heard other people talk about, is just how many snaps he took in college.
Ridiculous amount.
It's a great thing for quarterbacks. It's a terrible thing for running backs. So that does worry me. That said, he's just so good at everything. And I know you're going to talk about Amari and Hampton, and I just want to preemptively say, I like Hampton. I don't think there's a single thing that Hampton does that Jeanty doesn't do better.
Okay. My argument to that would be out of the group of 5 players, that's, your lower people, Boise State, such as, they normally transfer to a Power 4 school to showcase because it's better, more money, better players. Only 8 group of 5 players got drafted in the top 100. So Jeanty and Scatterboo, I like Scatterboo, but Jeanty and Scatterboo played nobodies.
No, for sure they.
So saying that, Jeanty is my number 4 running back.
Oh my God, you are insane.
Nope.
Listen, I'm not like the biggest Jeanty fan in the world. Some people are saying he's a better prospect than Bijan Robinson was. I think that's insane.
No way.
I think Bijan was the best prospect since Adrian Peterson. And I think he's largely lived up to it. I think Bijan's been great. I don't think Jeanty is that, but I think he is very, very good.
So saying this, I'll just go for on this. Guys, if you are playing any kind of dynasty, do not be the guy who drafts Jeanty number 1. I know you're going to want to. Don't do it, and thank me later.
Yeah, I don't know enough about dynasty to give advice there. I will say, as far as fits, I think most people were expecting him to go to Las Vegas at number 6. Mm-hmm. Might be a little rich for my blood. I would love to see him in Chicago at number 10.
Okay.
With Ben Johnson running that offense,
yeah.
The line they've built, I would love to see him there.
So my number 1, of course, is Amari and Hampton. The man ran a 4.4. He's a stud. He played at North Carolina in the ACC with loaded boxes. We're talking 10-man boxes, and still did his thing. So he would be my number 1. Now, saying this, he is by far not Bijan Robinson.
No.
I'm just going by this year's draft class. I don't really want to compare him to anybody. I just want to say he's my number 1.
I like Hampton. He is the number 2 on the consensus board, by the way, and he's my number 2 as well. I would compare him to DeAndre Swift in some ways. Not every way, but I think he is explosive. He's very, very good at that, at the explosive plays. But like Swift, he has vision problems. He does not all, like in gap schemes especially, I don't think he's great at finding his hole. But if you get him into a good zone scheme, I think he's going to be awesome.
The only clapback I would have to that would be he didn't really have a great line.
And that's fair.
So, once again, and saying that, like I said, nobody in this class is just jumping out at me. Some people would say that Jeanty is the person jumps out at them. To me, like I said, he's not, and Hampton is not either.
Sure.
Moving on. Number 2 you said was
Hampton.
My number 2 is Henderson, Travion Henderson.
That's who's number 3 on the consensus board.
Fast, strong, and played with winners, which to me means a lot.
Yeah, Tajay Spears is kind of the... I think he's a little faster than Tajay Spears.
He's faster and he's bigger.
Yeah. But there's something to just the way his agility. At the same time, he's kind of the opposite of what I just said about Hampton, where I think he makes a lot more sense under a man scheme. He
would be better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. And like I said, my top 5, I think, is also interchangeable.
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, I'm not crazy about this, and we'll get to this later. I think your best shot in this draft is to go wide receiver.
It's a deep wide
Personally.
receiver. I think it's a deep running back class, to be clear. I think these
It
are
is.
all fine.
But it's also one of those, like, if you pick somebody, you're like, man, he could be really good.
Yeah, no,
But-
for sure. One thing I'll say about Henderson, 573 carries and 75 catches in his career. How many fumbles?
Well, that's different. Though.
One. No, only one.
I'm thinking
He's
of Junkins.
Great hands. Henderson has great hands.
He'll be great on the back, coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 3 is, you have, what'd you say?
Henderson was number 3.
My number 3 is Dylan Sampson.
Interesting.
He
Yeah.
is a stud. Once again, played in the SEC. He's a winner. He played in stacked boxes and still made those 50-yard rushes.
I don't dislike Henderson. I don't know. Anytime I see the Tennessee, I'm just like,
I get it.
But that said, yeah, he's got this fluidity to his game. He moves really, really smoothly. Got some hands-ish. The exact opposite of what I just said about Travion Henderson. But I like his fluidity, and I think he can be used in the passing game. He's a decent route runner. I don't hate the call for Dylan Sampson. I really don't.
All right, number 4. Who do you got?
Number 4 on the consensus board is the other Ohio State running back, Quinshon Junkins. How's it pronounced?
Junkins, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
I don't really have a ton of insight into. I mean, he's just kind of a north-south runner. Like
He's a
Damian Pierce comes to mind.
He's a big back who tries to crush it.
Yeah.
He can't make the outside, I don't think.
No. He's very much Najee Harris.
I can see that. Gus Edwards.
Yeah, like that mold, I think, is what we're talking about here.
Mine would be Ashton Genty. And like I said, the only thing I don't like about Ashton Genty is his carries. He's not super duper fast. He's fast, but he's not like 4.4, 4.3, is he? What do you run? Do you have it?
No, I can find out.
Okay, I'll keep talking. And he didn't.
Sorry, remind me, which person's 40 time am I looking at?
Genty.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't think he did run, but let me check.
And his competition wasn't great.
No, yeah, he didn't run. I think he's probably
I think he's a 4.5.
I was about to say 4.55.
That's
what I would put him
that's
at.
what I got. So, number 5.
Number 5 is what's his name? Caleb Johnson, the Iowa running back.
Interesting. I like it.
On the consensus, I would probably have Scatterbo in this list. I'll just go ahead and say that. But I think
Scatterbo's just a feel-good guy.
Sure. I think he's a little overhyped at this point,
I do too.
but I still do like him. I mean, he's another, like, I think this is a great running back class. I really do. It's not as top-heavy. Again, Genty's not Bijan Robinson. You can find a running back that you feel really good about, and
I think it's going to come down to where you get people. And
sure.
That's going to be the issue I have, I guess.
For sure.
And
He's not one I've watched a ton, to be clear.
Okay, I got you. Well, not many people have.
Yeah.
My last one would be Junkins.
Yeah.
He'd be who I round out number 5.
Yeah.
Do you have a little hidden gem?
I mean, Scatterbo.
Okay.
He's not explosive. That's the thing. There's zero explosiveness to his game. But if you just want a guy who can take some hits and kind of wear defenses down by just being a bruiser, you could do worse than Scatterbo.
I got you. My hidden gem will be Byshaw Tootin from Virginia Tech with his 4.3. This guy is electric. I loved watching Virginia Tech. I know it's going to sound crazy because of him and the quarterback, Kyron Drones. If you get this guy and he pans out, he's going to be nice.
It's an interesting one. I will say, I'll throw out one other super diamond in the rough. Taj Brooks from Texas Tech.
I don't mind it.
He was one that I watched a lot last year because he was thinking about going out into last year's draft. And he probably won't work out, but I would keep an eye on him.
I got you. Let's see, wide receivers.
Yep. First one, obviously,
This is going to be, we're probably going to be so far off on this, but I can't wait to see. So go ahead.
I mean, if we count him as a wide receiver, and I do, it's Travis Hunter.
Okay. So I didn't even put him in here because
he's listed as a corner everywhere, but he is a wide receiver.
He's a unicorn, and I feel like if you're in the top 5, you got to take Travis Hunter.
Yeah. I mean, to me, he's the best player in this draft.
I agree with that. Him and the
Abdul Carter.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are the 2 blue chips, but I would put Travis Hunter quite a bit ahead of Abdul Carter.
And after that, I would trade back as far as I could to get draft picks.
I don't disagree. I do like Mason Graham out of Michigan, but
I don't hate it, but
that's those 2 are far and away the best, and I think Travis Hunter by a decent margin over the other one. The question is, for fantasy perspectives, here's what I'll say. Where he goes is going to be hugely important because that will determine whether he's used more as a corner or a receiver. Some teams are going to see him primarily as a corner. Some teams are going to see him primarily as a receiver.
Yeah.
I'm comping him to Devontae Smith.
Okay.
I don't see anyone in this draft class who is a clear wide receiver 1.
I don't either.
I think there are so many very good potential wide receiver 2s, Travis Hunter being the best of the bunch. He is my wide receiver 1 of this class. He's a little bigger than Devontae Smith, but I think he's a C.
We'll keep Travis. I agree with everything you said. We'll take him and put him tier 1.
Okay.
So let's go now to your other ones.
Tet McMillan is
That's
next.
my number 1. I think he's the most ready.
I'm not going to compare him to Mike Evans. Some people have.
I wouldn't.
A lot of people are comparing him to Drake London. I think that's a bad comp.
I would say Chris Olave. A
Interesting.
taller.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger than Olave.
Yeah.
I think AJ Green might be where I come down.
Okay.
Guy who, for as big as he is, catching is not the best thing he does. It's once he gets the ball in his hands and can run people over.
Okay.
But yeah, Ted McMillan is interesting. But he's separation is a concern.
Okay. I'll agree with all that. So I'll just go to number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I'm just going to lose everybody in this podcast. Savion Williams, TCU.
Oh, my goodness.
This man can...
He's not even the best TCU wide receiver.
You're out your mind. He plays every position. He is the most athletic. Besides Travis Hunter, he is the most athletic player in this draft.
Listen, I get it. I was actually looking at him a little bit earlier today. You know who the comp is, right?
I do, and I'm just saying that he's a man.
He's Cordero Patterson.
I think he's better than Cordero Patterson. I think he's much better than Cordero.
I love Cordero Patterson, but
he didn't work out.
I wouldn't put him. Well, I think people didn't know how to use Cordero Patterson
back then. They would now,
and they figured it out towards the very end of his career.
Yep.
And so I'll give you that. He took a lot of toss plays. He did wildcat. Yeah.
He played running back.
Yeah, he was kind of all over. So if you wanted to be really optimistic, you could say Debo.
I'll take Debo. I had no problem taking that.
I don't think he's that high level.
Okay.
I'll go with Cordero Patterson, but I get the being excited about him. I think putting him number 2 in this class is insanely high.
Well, I think that's why
I put Jack Beck, whatever his name is, from TCU over him.
I don't even have he's not even in my top 5.
No, he's not in my top 5 either, to be clear. But I'd put him over Savion Williams.
No way. But go ahead.
All right,
give me your number 2.
The next
which I guess
receiver,
would be 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
I have him listed as 3 because of Travis Hunter, but whatever. Not mine, but consensus. Matthew Golden. Fresh off that 4.29 40-yard dash.
Yeah, he can lick that 4.2.
I don't mind it, though. And I'll tell you why. Okay, the 4.29 was not real. Let's be really clear about this.
And saying that, do you know where Matthew Golden played before he played at Texas?
No.
Houston.
Okay.
He was the second best wide receiver at Houston.
Next to Tank Dell?
Yes. So, saying that, he's not even on my top 5. And I know that is a way bonkers for everybody else. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I can only go by, and this is me. Like I said, I only go by what you did in college.
Yeah. What I'll say about Golden, and this isn't people have heard he ran a 4.29 40. Oh, amazing. It was not real.
Okay.
Everybody agrees that was like a missed time. Somebody messed up on that. He is not a 40. But he was faster than anyone expected when he ran that 40. And here's what's interesting about that. When Uriah and I talk a lot off air about, like, does the combine matter? Here's where I think it matters is when you watch Matthew Golden on the field, there's a lot to like about him as a route technician, that kind of thing, without his speed ever being a factor. And then if you tell me he can run, let's just say it was really a 4.35. If you're telling me on top of everything else I just saw, this guy is capable of that kind of speed, and it just wasn't asked of him to be that fast in his role, that gets me pretty excited about him. I don't know. I don't have a good comp for him. I mean, he's faster than Jacoby Myers, who's like the first name that comes to mind. But I think he's interesting.
Anyway, we'll move on. My number 3 is Emeka.
I love Emeka. He's next on my list.
He's a stud, and he's reliable.
That same game I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I went into that game. This was going to be my first time really watching Marvin Harrison Jr. I didn't care about Marvin Harrison. It was the Emeka Egbuka show in that game. I was enthralled with this guy. So I'm totally with you there. He's never going to be a wide receiver 1. I think he is a complementary piece. I think his floor is Tyler Boyd. His ceiling is Chris Godwin.
Okay. I like it. I don't know how everybody's going to feel about this. My number 4 would be Trey Harris.
Yeah, so I get it. I totally understand. And if he works out, he's going to make a lot of people look silly for not having him higher.
Yes, and I don't know. I mean, I like him. That's all I can say, really. It's just, he, like you said, watching Emeka when you was watching, he just kind of pops.
Yeah.
And, you know, he got hurt, and he probably could have done a lot better last year, but, you know.
Same thing I said about the Ole Miss offense earlier when we were talking about Jackson Dart. It's Trey Harris. It's just hard to project to the NFL level because of how weird that offense is, and he's just asked to do hitches, goes, and smoke routes.
Yep.
That said, I said the exact same thing about Brian Thomas Jr. last year at LSU. Like, all he ran were hitches and goes.
Worked out.
So, hey, maybe it can work out for Trey Harris, too. I'm not going to knock you for picking it. The last one on my list was, from consensus again, is Luther Burden, who is an interesting sort of slot-ish type receiver. You want to talk about a Debo comparison, this might be the good Debo comp, actually. Not as good as Debo, to be clear, but that kind of mold.
I'm not crazy about him. I mean, he's Luther Burden. He's a name.
He is a name.
I'm fixing to probably knock you out of your chair right here with Mr. Ty Felton.
Okay.
From Maryland. I think he's 4.37. Just a great guy. Can run fast, and the most important thing, his routes are good.
I know nothing about him.
I know you don't. That's why I said.
I'm not going to pretend.
I know. Do you have your diamond?
Yeah, it's hard. I want to throw out a few names, but I guess one to focus in on for me would be Jaden Higgins of Iowa State.
Okay.
Who is big. He is fast. He runs really smoothly. He's got a full route tree. He's not like, the fastest in the world, but he's fast enough. I think he's a low, not like a high end at this position, but he is a true X receiver.
Gotcha.
And maybe the best true X of the class.
And mine will be another who? Mr. Jalen Royals.
Yeah, he was one that I was thinking about shouting. Yeah, I agree.
He is a stud. The only problem with him is, did he play good players?
No. That is the answer.
When you said it, I didn't. But yes, I think he's still one of those, when you see him, look, and I'll say this, watching people all through high school, watching them through college, NFL, when you see somebody who pops, you know it. And you know what they can do.
He's really strong. He's not the biggest in the world, but he is really strong.
Yes.
And he's not undersized necessarily. I'll just say also, we didn't talk about Isaiah Bond. He's, without getting too far into it, from what I've heard, he's kind of like the guy who came out of Alabama last year, went to the Bengals. I'm like, I was like, character issues is what I'm getting at here, though.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's some character issues with him, but he's interesting. Xavier Restrepo, kind of the opposite of Matthew Golden, where people think, oh, look at him separating, but dude ran like a 4.8. And I don't think he's 4.8 slow, but I think he is extremely slow. He's basically Wes Welker, but slower.
Ooh, I like it.
But slower than Wes Welker, and I just don't know that there's a place for that in the modern NFL. So I think he's fun to watch, but I'm skeptical.
All right, we're going to move on to the tight ends, and I like this year's tight ends.
I just kept this one to 3.
Okay, I'll give you my 5.
Okay.
But go ahead. Number 1.
Tyler Warren, of course. He's a blue chip.
Stud. Number 2.
Colston Loveland of Michigan.
Stud.
Who, like, man, if he doesn't go to the Chargers, what a wasted opportunity that's going to be.
He is really good, but also one of those, I think it depends where he goes.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Elijah Arroyo from Miami. I think pretty much everyone feels the same way, unless you want to throw Mason Taylor in there, but I feel like everyone has the same top 3.
Oh, not me.
Okay.
Arroyo, however you say it, he is fast.
Yeah.
He's going to beat linebackers, and he's going to make nickels look bad.
Yeah. He's not a true tight end. He's a move.
He's a fat wide receiver.
Yeah.
With 2 bad knees. So that's the reason he didn't make it on mine. My number 3 would be Mr. Terrence Ferguson from Oregon.
Yeah.
He is fast, and I feel like he can grow. Like he has potential.
He's got a good top speed, but man, he is like slow off the ball, I think.
Well, there's others that I think are slower than him. I think he's decent.
Yeah.
He's not super athletic, but he is fast. Number 4, Gunnar Helm. He is a stud from Texas. I really like him. And rounding out would be Mr. Jake Barningstool.
I'm shocked you didn't have Mason Taylor on here, but okay.
Nope. And like I said, my top 2,
Clemson.
my top 2 would be Barningstool and Bartholomew.
I just need y'all to know I'm making a lot of faces.
He is.
These last couple names he's given are not impressive to me.
Listen, Gavin Bartholomew from Pitt. Let me tell you something. You should know all the players that come from Pitt are studs. Like the ones that are good. Larry Fitzgerald. I can't even think of the rest of them right now because I'm on the spot. But he has that dog in him.
Listen, I just want to be clear. We're talking about tight ends. We got to shout out Luke Lachey. Iowa. You can't not acknowledge the Iowa tight end of the year.
Listen, he's too injury prone. That's my only problem I have with him. The only. So, do not draft a Alabama tight end. Please. Harold Fanning, he's great, but he's another fat wide receiver. And I can say this because I'm fat. I'm trying to think. You said Lockley, Mason Taylor, LSU.
Yeah, that's who I thought you'd be much higher on.
He's great, but I don't think he has potential.
Okay.
I think he's good. Okay. I don't think he's going to be great.
Okay.
What else you got? You want to go the draft thing real quick?
Yeah. Let's run through. We're going to do a live mock draft.
Oh, goodness. Tony said something about great stuff happens when stuff comes out of the left field, right? Didn't he?
Well, some stuff's going to come out of the left field, and I say we go like really fast with
Let's go.
Gut instincts here. Tennessee Titans. I mean, on the clock,
go quarterback.
It's quarterback. I think they're going. I think it is a lock that they go Cam Ward, right?
It's Cam Ward. They should trade down, but go ahead.
Done. Number 2, Cleveland Browns. Do they go Shador? I mean, Shador's arm is in the wind, makes me a little scared, but I don't know.
I think he would be a good fit for Cleveland, but I would not draft him.
Okay, what do you think?
I'd go Edge rusher.
We're going to give him Abdul Carter to
Absolutely.
pair with Myles Garrett. There you go.
That way you don't,
Abdul Carter to edge rusher from Penn State to Cleveland Browns.
that way all you got to score is like 6 points and you'll win.
Ooh, this is getting exciting, y'all. Giants, who are out on quarterbacks at this point, by the way.
Are they?
Well, I mean, I think it would be surprising if they took a quarterback after
Jedi
they just
mind
signed
trick.
Jameis and Russell Wilson.
Jedi mind trick.
That feels like they put themselves in a situation.
2-year contracts, though, right? 1 year and 2 year.
Yeah, these are bridge contracts, but
Ooh, give it to me. Give it to me.
do you want Travis Hunter or do you want Shador Sanders?
Hunter.
All right,
going?
I know who you want for the Patriots. Do you want
don't.
Will Campbell?
I do want Will Campbell.
I'll give you Will Campbell. I'll just warn, though, his wingspan,
I don't care.
literally no NFL tackle has ever taken a snap with a wingspan that small.
It's all about your hips down, my friend. Hips down.
He's not going to be able to reach them defenders going around him, but I'll give it to you.
All he's got to get is right here, up into that chicken wing. That's all he got to get.
We're letting the ding-dong run the show. All right,
Oh,
Patriots
God.
have their... By the way, positional coach Dante Scarnecchia said that he would give Will Campbell a chance at tackle.
Like
Dante
it.
Scarnecchia,
Like it.
one of the greatest position coaches of all time, longtime offensive line coach for the New England Patriots. Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock at number 5. I think this is a good spot for Mason Graham, a defensive tackle from Michigan, but...
I like it. Defense.
Okay, let's do it. That's, to me, the last blue chip other than Genty. Raiders are on the clock now. They're commonly paired with Genty. Pete Carroll likes running backs, but they could also use a wide receiver. All the wide receivers are on the board. Corner like Jade Barron from Texas.
Give me... I don't like him, but everybody's going to say Genty.
Okay, we're going Genty.
I would say Hampton, but go ahead.
Pete Carroll's big on first-round running backs. The New York Jets are now on the clock, and they need a little bit of everything, but especially a quarterback, wide receiver, tackle, and defensive tackle.
Give me Dart.
Jackson Dart. Holy cow.
Has Sanders been gone? Sanders is still there, isn't he?
Sanders is still there. Do you want Sanders? Give him
Sanders.
give him
Give
a
me
little
Sanders.
bridge.
Give me Sanders.
All right. Sanders is going to sit behind Justin Fields for half a season. And then we'll see what happens. Carolina Panthers are now on the clock. They could still use some more defensive line help, secondary as well, and maybe another wide receiver on top of
Probably a cornerback.
corner. So we got Jade from Texas. We got Will Johnson from Michigan.
Give me Will Johnson.
New Orleans Saints are now on the clock. I told you who I think they would be a great pairing.
Give me Dart.
We're okay. We're going Dart. We're going. Oh man, how far down do I have to scroll to get to him? But we're taking him. Saints have got their quarterback of the future in Jackson Dart, and now the Chicago Bears, under a new head coach, are on the clock. Omarion Hampton, it is, to go with the guy I comped him to, DeAndre Swift. That's going to be an exciting backfield to see. San Francisco 49ers are now on the clock. Huh?
Tex. McMillan.
Oh, McMillan. Ted McMillan. Okay, we'll give him a wide receiver. Interesting. Let's do it. Big-bodied wide receiver at that. Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. They desperately need a running back. They also need a wide receiver. They could use some offensive line help, especially guard, maybe an edge to go with opposite Micah Parsons.
Probably that or guard or something like that, because I would give them offensive line. Offensive or defensive line.
All right. So Membu might be the only true tackle, but they could really use a guard. I'm just going through.
Yeah, who's the top guard?
Top guard would be Kelvin Banks, maybe, if you project him to switch. He's top tackle right now.
Defensive end.
Top defensive end will be Mike Green from Marshall, James Pierce, who has some character issues, but Tennessee, but he plays really well.
I like Pierce.
Ezeraku from Boston College, Mikael Williams from Georgia.
I would say Pierce or whatever the top offensive lineman is.
All right, let's go James Pierce.
Okay.
I like this edge class a lot. Miami Dolphins are on the clock. They need offensive line help. They could use some interior defensive line. They could use some corners. Jade Barron's the top guy on the board.
Let's go to him.
Yep, Jade Barron, corner, Texas. Indianapolis Colts with their strange quarterback situation. Tyler Warren's top on the board. They don't really have a tight end.
Let's go Warren. I like that.
Okay. Atlanta Falcons now on the clock. I mean, they've got Ray McCloud, but they could still probably use another receiver. They lost their awesome center that they had, and their defensive line, their pass rush is an absolute mess.
I think they got
Jihad Campbell's there. It was a linebacker.
I think they got to go defensive rushing.
Yeah, maybe Mike Green from Marshall.
I'll take that.
All right. Arizona Cardinals. Their offense is getting better, but could still probably use another guard. Defensive line is a disaster. Corner, their whole defense is a disaster.
Let's go real. Top cornerback or top defensive end.
All right.
Or edge. They need an edge bad.
Yeah, let's go Ezeraku, Boston College.
Like it.
Cincinnati Bengals, they got their offense locked up.
Defense.
Just give us anyone defense, right?
Top defensive player.
Malachi Starks is the safety from Georgia, or I would go linebacker Jihad Campbell from
I like
Alabama.
Campbell, yeah.
Seahawks are on the clock. They need interior offensive line, but they don't take interior offensive line in the first line around. They just never do, so... This was maybe another edge spot, or if they want to replace one of their wide receivers that they traded away.
Honestly, I would say they're either going wide receiver or cornerback safety.
Yeah.
That's what they go with first round.
It is. The thing is, like Luther Bird and Emeka Egbuka, those are both kind of similar to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Matthew Golden.
Please do not pick Golden.
I'm just scrolling through here. I mean, there's some edge rushers like Mikael Williams, Shamar Stewart.
They should take a edge rusher, but they're not. Let's go edge rusher.
Okay, let's go. You want Mikael Williams from Georgia or Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M?
I'm going to say Texas A&M. I just don't like Georgia because of their arrest rate.
I like both of these, yeah. I think Mikael Williams might be a part of that too. I'm cool with Shamar Stewart. He's a guy who hasn't been productive, but he is a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
At this point in the draft, sure, give it a shot. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ooh.
I think it's all defense for them.
It's got to be a linebacker, don't you think?
Oh, I'm good with the linebacker if we can.
Who we got?
The thing is, a lot of linebacker. I mean, Jihad Campbell was already taken. Jalen Walker from Georgia. I know you don't like Georgia,
I'll
but
take him.
Jalen Walker's pretty good. Denver Broncos now on the clock. If we hadn't already given away Omarion Hampton, I think he'd be great.
Henderson. Or
you want to give him Henderson?
Or Sampson. Henderson or Sampson? Who do you think?
Ooh, let's go Dylan Sampson.
Like it.
It's probably a reach for him,
it
but
probably is. But you know, it's our draft.
That's right.
Who cares?
That's right.
All these are probably reaches.
Pittsburgh Steelers, who are just hoping they get Aaron Rodgers, because if not, holy hell, what are they doing at quarterback? But they could also, they don't have Najee anymore. I mean, it's just Jalen. What's his name?
Let's go Henderson.
All right, we're giving him Henderson now. We're going running back heavy in this class.
Straight from the hip.
Travion Henderson, Ohio State, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now the Chargers. You know who the Chargers have got to take, right? Tell me who it is. Tell me you know.
But what? No, they want Loveland.
Yes, they want Colston Loveland, yes. Jim Harbaugh's old college tight end.
But they probably should take Beku.
Wouldn't be a bad call, but I like the idea of Loveland going over there. Green Bay Packers now on the clock. Don't get it wrong, or
let's go another wide receiver.
Will be mad. Another wide receiver.
Beku.
Emeka Egbuka. Okay, yeah, I don't hate it. Like, they've got all these good wide receiver twos, but no. And now Egbuka is another wide receiver two for them. Whatever.
What the heck?
Egbuka rather. Minnesota Vikings. They just re-signed Aaron Jones.
Their defense would be good.
Yeah, I would say
either running back,
defensive back,
or defensive back. Let's go defensive back.
Malachi Starks,
like it. Yes.
Safety.
Yes.
Slide for him. Texans. Got to be offensive line, right?
Got to be.
Armand Membu.
Okay.
Got to be. He's the best pure tackle, like, for sure. He's not a guard. He is a tackle. Rams, I mean...
Oh, you probably need defense, right?
Yeah.
Or do you go wide receiver?
I think they're okay at wide receiver. They got Devontae Adams plus Puka Nacua. I would go linebacker, corner, or probably corner, honestly.
Probably corner,
unless you wanted to try out, like, Josh Simmons at tackle.
Nah, corner.
Okay, so let's see. Trey Amos, Ole Miss. Yeah.
I like him.
Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh. Savion Williams. Please, Savion Williams. Fall to them. Look, I know Savion will probably go in like third or fourth
He's
round.
going to be a day 3 pick. You want me to scroll all the way down to him in the first round?
I want to, but you're not going to let me. So let's go linebacker.
Okay. Let's see.
No, defensive end. Let's go defensive end.
Yeah, I think that's a better call. I think Mykal Williams is a steal at this point.
Okay.
For Georgia. Now the Lions are on the clock.
Ooh, who do you take for the Lions? Defensive line?
To be honest,
Or cornerback, safety?
I'm so tempted to take Luther Burden at this point. I'm not going to do it, but I'm kind of tempted. I honestly, though, I might take Josh Simmons or Kelvin Banks and just kind of future-proof offensive line.
I don't hate it. Banks.
I'm going to do it.
Banks.
Kelvin Banks.
Yes.
Washington Commanders.
Ooh.
They could use some running back help, but I think it's a stretch to take another running back in the first.
It is.
Guard, edge, corner. They could use all those positions. I would say.
Let's go edge. I don't think they have a
Nick Sorton, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills. It's all defense. It's all defense for them. I'm just kind of looking through, thinking who's a good fit.
They need an edge. They need a tackle, defensive tackle, and.
If you want a defensive tackle, like Kenneth Grant, Michigan's still on the board.
Let's take him. Not a bad pick, I don't think.
Yeah. Kansas City Chiefs, number 31.
Ugh.
You know they
need guard or tackle or center.
Let's give him Josh Simmons, who can. He's a tackle, potentially guard conversion.
They also need a wide receiver, but
they've got a bunch. They got Juju Smith-Schuster. They're fine at wide receiver. What are you talking about?
They have a bunch of threes.
Yeah, but I think it's got to be offensive line. I think Josh Simmons makes sense.
And they need a running back.
They kind of do, yeah. Oh my goodness, Philadelphia Eagles. Did Howie Roseman do it again? Because still on the board is Luther Burden and Matthew Golden if they wanted to get a third wide receiver and just really be awesome.
I would go Burden.
You want to take Burden? I'll just give you a couple other names. I'm just scrolling through what really stands out to me here.
Trey Harris hadn't went.
Trey Harris is not gone.
I would go Trey Harris.
Princely Umanilian from the edge from Ole Miss, and Braden Swenson, edge from LSU, and also what's the top corner on the board? Darian Porter, Iowa State. So those are all some other names I would throw out.
I think it would either be maybe offensive line or wide receiver. Maybe.
You want Luther Burden, or who was the other wide receiver you said?
Trey Harris.
Yeah, Luther Burden or Trey Harris?
Trey Harris.
Pairing two Ole Miss receivers together.
It's got to be good.
Him and A.J. Brown. All right, we did it. Just to recap for everyone, once this loads for me.
So bad.
We got Cam Ward, quarterback Miami, to the Tennessee Titans. Abdul Carter, edge rusher, to the Browns. Travis Hunter, all-around player, to the Giants. Will Campbell, tackle, who's maybe honestly a guard, to the Patriots.
Be quiet. And he probably won't even go there.
I don't think they take him that high. Mason Graham, defensive tackle, Michigan, to the Jags. I think Graham was really good. He's a little bit undersized, but he's really good. Ashton Jeanty to the Raiders. Shedeur Sanders to the Jets. It makes sense, New York media for him. Will Johnson, corner for the Panthers. Put him alongside Horn, who they just paid. Jackson Dart to the Saints. O'Marion Hampton to the Bears. Ted McMillan to the 49ers.
Like it.
Edge James Pierce to the Cowboys.
Like it.
Corner Jahdae Barron to the Dolphins. Tight end Tyler Warren to the Colts. Edge Mike Green to the Falcons. Edge Donovan Ezeraku to the Cardinals. I like that a lot, honestly. Linebacker Jihad Campbell to the Bengals. Edge Shamar Stewart to the Seahawks. Linebacker Jalen Walker to the Buccaneers. I think that's a great fit. Dylan Sampson, running back to the Broncos. Travion Henderson, running back to the Steelers.
Yes.
Colston Loveland to the Chargers. He is Jim Harbaugh's old buddy. Amik Agbuka, wide receiver to the Packers, to make that room even more confusing. Malachi Starks, safety to the Vikings, I think is an interesting fit. I kind of do wish we'd given him to the Bengals earlier. Armand Membu, a tackle to the Texans, makes a ton of sense. Trey Amos, corner for the Rams. Michael Williams, edge to the Ravens. Kelvin Banks, tackle/guard for the Lions. And edge Nick Sorton to the Commanders. Defensive tackle Kenneth Grant to the Bills. Tackle/guard Josh Simmons to the Chiefs. And last but not least, wide receiver from Ole Miss, Trey Harris to the Philadelphia Eagles. What a job. What a job. Feel free to call us if you need consulting for your NFL team's draft coming up.
That was how not to draft, by the way. Before we get signing off, little housekeeping. First of all, I said it last year, and I got laughed off of this podcast, so I'll say it again this year. It doesn't matter who you have throwing to Addison or Justin Jefferson. Stock up on your JJ right now.
That's not what you said last year, sir. You said the opposite last year.
I said, what's his face? Sam Darnold was going to be a.
You said that after the season started. Before the season, you know what you were saying?
Nope.
Nobody's ever had a good fantasy season with Sam Darnold throwing the football to him. Stay away from Jordan Jefferson. That's what you were saying, or Justin Jefferson.
I did, but that was also part of my game to draft Jordan Jefferson. But miss I can't think of anybody's name today.
I don't lie on this podcast.
I do not either. But I was trying to get him instead of
you got Chase.
Instead of Jamar, I wanted Justin Jefferson, but what's her face took her in front of me.
Yeah.
So I had to go. But anyway, I did say it on the second week. I said Sam Darnold would be a
Pro Bowl
quarterback
because Pro Bowl means so much.
Anyway,
can I give my rant on the Seahawks real quick?
Feel free. This is a equal opportunity podcast.
Just speaking of Sam Darnold, man, how can someone just screw up their own, just shoot themselves in the foot as much as the Seahawks just did?
They're going to be so bad.
It's a lateral move to go from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold.
I think it's worse.
It might be worse. You got a new guy who's got to learn the system. It might, like the last 2 weeks of the season, Sam Darnold looked awful. And then you get rid of your best player, or your best wide receiver, and you get rid of your wide receiver 1 and your wide receiver 3. I love Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think he is a great wide receiver 2. I do not want him as my number 1 option. And now you just force that. Like, you're just tearing your team apart. After, by the way, people have forgotten this, they fired Ryan Grubbs, the offensive coordinator, after he had a really good season with Geno Smith. They fired him.
Okay, I do want to ask you something since you just said what you said. Is DK Metcalf a number 1 or a number 2 in Pittsburgh?
He's a number 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just wondering.
He's the kind of guy who can get 1,000 yards every single year, and maybe not 100 catches just because of the way he plays, but he's an alpha receiver.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I have my problems with him. I think he uses his chest too much to catch the football. That's my main thing.
So coming up on the podcast, we are going to have one with our league winner.
Yep.
We're going to talk with Mr. Joe, and then we will have a podcast, I imagine, after the draft to discuss who and where you should take these players. You got anything else?
Nope. Next episode, we'll also talk about the NFC free agency stuff.
Oh, yes. Also. Yes. All right. Signing off. I'm your host, Uriah, with my co-host,
Foley, and I hope you had a wonderful Hub Fest.
Rain or shine.